everybody. This is a non-exciting video of the back of a transport truck. We're going to be here for a few minutes. We'll go ahead and try to take some time to answer questions, catch everybody up on what's happening, and yeah, we'll be here for a few minutes. If you want to join us, chime in, let us know what's on your mind. We'll see what we can do to answer some questions. 1 second, I'm going to clean the camera. Okay, so welcome. We are on the road in Argentina with Kenya's transfer from Mendoza, Argentina to Mato Grosso. This is an exciting transfer as Kenya, you guys may be aware of this, but Kenya is singing her way across the border, or to the border I should say. She's been trumpeting and rumbling and making all kinds of noise, which is true Kenya fashion, celebrating life every chance she gets. And she seems to be doing really, really well. Her team is doing exceedingly well with looking after her, making sure all her needs are met. And we're being greeted along the road by a almost overwhelming number of people who already know about her journey. Many times people are asking what's happening, but it seems at almost every stop somebody will say, you know, I've been following, or I heard about Kenya. One person was crying, say, I heard about Tammy. A lot of the world knows what's happening, and we're excited to be sharing this with you guys. This is an extraordinary moment, not only for Kenya, but for Argentina, in setting a global stage for what our responsibility is for captive elephants. They need to not be in small facilities, irrelevant of the amount of love, irrelevant of the level of veterinary care. Small spaces are not where elephants belong. Captivity is not where elephants belong. We can't just return them all to wild spaces. Many of them have too many physical ailments, psychological, emotional damage, and so sanctuary is their alternative. Sanctuary is the answer. And we're super excited to be offering this. We're super excited to be part of this monumental change that Argentina has laid in front of the world to say we all have this capacity to make a difference in these lives. So we're forever honored and grateful for the initiatives that have been taken with Ecoparque Mendoza, Ecoparque Buenos Aires. The cities of both these, Buenos Aires, the city of Mendoza, it is not just the Ecoparque, it is the entire government that is required to support these type of relocations and these type of monumental change, but also Argentina as a whole. Everywhere we go, people are excited for this process. People are excited to see what's to come for Kenya. So, and you guys are all part of it as well, following along, contributing, supporting all the international works, supporting international nonprofit organizations that are working to promote change for captive elephants. So thank you for all of that. On to Kenya. Kenya's doing exceedingly well, as I said. She's eating, she's drinking. She actually took a little bit of a bath. It's warming up nicely. We're starting to see people's arms on the team, which is also lovely. It feels good. I think everybody is a little bit more tired, but also a little bit brighter spirits to have our bodies warmed up, warming our souls as well. We're missing one van in the caravan right now. Leandro and Nacho, another Nacho, have left to go get food. Some of the truck stops are a little bit limited, so they went down the road to get more food. They're going to be joining back up in a little while, and then we'll do a quick swap on the road to make sure everybody gets food on the way. We are running a little late today. We had a few hiccups. Took a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, it's a minor hiccup that it's just the battery. There was an issue with the brakes on the truck. The guys expeditiously got that taken care of. And then one of the batteries was not charging. And graciously, unfortunately, we found a mechanic office open for our Mercedes-Benz trucks. And he was ready and available to help us out with almost no hesitation, which was brilliant. They were able to switch out one of the batteries and get us on the road going again within relatively short order. So at the end of the day, maybe about 2-hour delay, but on a Sunday morning to have just a 2-hour mechanical delay resolve is quite brilliant. So we're really thankful for everybody as we see with almost every transfer, as soon as you say, "Can you please help an elephant?" People come out of the woodwork. Earlier today, Marcos was cutting branches, and the owner of the property said, "No, you can't." And he said, "But it's for Kenya." He said, "Cut all you want." So it's really let them know an elephant is in need, and people come from everywhere to help out. So really beautiful to be a part of this. We've said it before, and we'll say it over and over again. It's just a complete honor to have a small piece in this extraordinary effort to be bringing Kenya to sanctuary. People are asking, some questions were, does she lay down at night? No, she does not lay down, but there's no real indication that she had been laying down at the Ecoparque. I didn't see any sign. No. Yeah, Nacho is here. He's the director of the Ecoparque. Hello, Nacho.
Hello.
There's no indication that she had been laying down, so for her to have 5 more days of not laying down is fine. I think part of it in the winter at the Ecoparque Mendoza, it's the concrete's pretty cold there, so I'm sure it was not super comfortable. Instead, she would lean against her wall where the heater came out, and that wall would stay relatively warm to help warm her body. But we're excited to have her come to piles of fresh dirt in Mato Grosso at Elephant Sanctuary, Brazil. And so I'm super excited to be able to offer that, and hopefully she'll lay down soon and throw her face into mud puddles and start enjoying life and celebrating with Pupy. Let's see, another couple of questions. I missed a couple. Missed a lot of questions. Somebody asked if we'll be getting elephants from other countries. Right now, Elephant Sanctuary Brazil is focused on elephants from South America. We are in contact with a few different countries, primarily some facilities in Brazil. There's approaching a little bit of conversation with 2 elephants that remain in Chile, and some of our colleagues have been in contact with folks from other countries as well, including Colombia. Those are all long processes. It's a lot of work that goes into this, a lot of dedication that takes years sometimes to pull all the pieces together. But yes, we are looking to bring elephants from other countries as well. Kenya is the last elephant in Argentina for just a little bit longer, a few more hours, less than 24 hours. She'll be crossing the border. So soon Argentina will be free of elephants, but we will be working to take elephants from other countries as well. Somebody asked me to speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. No hablo español. But Nacho is here. Maybe he can share a couple of things. Are you okay to share a little?
Yeah.
Let me ask Nacho to share a little bit with you, just letting you know what's happening.
Bueno, ¿cómo están? Estamos en el camino hacia la frontera. Como bien Scott les contaba, Kenia es la última elefanta en cautividad en Argentina. Para Mendoza y para la Argentina significa un hito. Nunca más es tener un elefante en un lugar que no le pertenezca ni que se le parezca a su hábitat. Mendoza, Scott les contaba, es muy cruel en los inviernos porque es muy frío y para ellos es terrible. Entonces la verdad que ella logre esta oportunidad es increíble tanto para ella como para nosotros, y para devolverle todo lo que le quitaron tanto tiempo. Y también es parte de lo que era el camino para Tami. Tami no llegamos, pero era la misma suerte, queríamos que pasara lo mismo para él. Tami nos enseñó muchas cosas y también nos desafió mucho más, porque no son solamente los elefantes los que están en cautividad, sino de todos los animales que tampoco deberían estar, y tendremos que seguir luchando por ellos. Hoy es por Kenia, también lo fue por Tami, fue Poche y Guille, que eran 4 elefantes que estaban en Mendoza, Pupy y Cookie que estaban en Buenos Aires, y así otros elefantes también, pero hoy se cierra un ciclo con ellos, y nunca más un elefante en cautiverio en Argentina, ni en Mendoza seguramente.
Thank you, Nacho. If you ask anybody to speak in another language, I'm sorry, I don't know that we have that. Maybe in years to come, Trish will learn French, and then she'll share with you. Portuguese when we cross the border. My brain's too tired. Okay, 1 second, I had another question. Hello, how about Lucy from Canada? You know, politics get in the way. We see this around the world where politics get in the way. Political pressures, political fears, fear of not being re-elected sometimes, fear of making a decision. is often a big thing. That happens in Brazil. We've had judges that say, I'm afraid to make a decision on my own because I don't want something to happen. Well, something is happening. A negative repercussion is happening because we're not making a decision. Because these elephants are living in limbo. And let's go back to Argentina. They said, let's make a positive change. Along that journey, some elephants didn't make it. As Nacho just said, you know, Kuki passed away before she got her move. Tammy passed away before he was able to move. But several others did make that journey. And we have to make that choice now. We have to make that choice today to make a positive difference. And unfortunately, politics get in the way far too often for these elephants that are waiting for a better chance. Somebody asked, what is your guess on a fast friendship between Kenya and Pupy? I think Pupy is going to ask to turn the volume down. I don't think she's ever been around an elephant that is so vocal, so it'll be interesting to see Pupy's reaction to such a vocal elephant as Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful, big personality. She wears her emotions on her sleeve. She's very emotionally expressive, and it'll be curious to see how the more emotionally reserved Pupy responds. I have no idea. Kenya's been alone for we just don't know. We'll have to just take it one step at a time and first get Kenya there and then see what happens next. Somebody asked, how much does it cost to get an owner to give up their elephant? We actually don't pay for the elephants at all. Most of what we're dealing with is judicial actions, or in the case of Argentina, the owners, the cities themselves said enough is enough. And that's the most brilliant part of all of this here, is it wasn't outside pressure saying close your doors, it was internal pressure saying we have to do better. So it's really brilliant to have this. There are elephants that are, you have to pay to get some elephants in Asia to give up their elephants. I have no idea what those costs are. I have no idea. I think it's different in different scenarios, different regions. But one of the challenges with that is sometimes those elephants don't guarantee that they won't go buy another elephant. So that ends up being a slippery slope sometimes. So many questions, so many people. We have 625 people with us right now. This is brilliant. You guys are all amazing. So excited. If we don't get to your questions, please hang tight. We will try to get to those through in the comments. So stay tuned and watch closely on that. So many comments everywhere. So let me go scroll down, get caught up with where we are. My goodness, so many questions. 1 second. So many comments. Okay, somebody said thank you for the translation. Yes, thank you for your patience, as we have people from all over the world that are joining us. Many people from South America. We really appreciate it. Somebody said thank you for everything you're doing and let's help Sandro. Absolutely, let's help Sandro. E alguém me fala por que ela está vocalizando, porque ela vocaliza muito. Isso é normal para ela. Isso é normal para ela. Ela vocaliza muito lá na Ecoparque. Ela vocaliza muito. É uma expressão positiva. Algumas vezes aconteceu quando as vocalizas são assustadas, mas nessa situação parece que são bem tranquilo. Estão muito felizes, mas não assustados também. E ontem a estrada foi bem mal, ela foi vocalizando e acho que ela foi chamando a atenção de políticas para mexer a estrada. When we're going to arrive, hopefully midweek. We're working to get to the border, but with the mechanical issue this morning, a little bit delayed, but we'll let you know. Sorry, that question is when are we arriving? midweek, hopefully. Somebody said, and what if they don't get along, Kenya and Pupy? Well, you know, one of the beautiful parts about the facility design is that they don't have to get along. They still have sufficient space. And just like we had with Lady, and if you guys look back at the history of Lady, she never wanted to interact with another elephant. She would vocalize with them, she would rumble with them, she never wanted physical interaction. And that's part of the choice that Sanctuary offers. But that doesn't mean their space is limited. They still have ample space to explore. They still have a friendship to explore even without that physical interaction, but that's going to be up to them. You know, it's about giving them autonomy of choice, and if they choose something different than what we think, it's still their choice. And again, that's part of honoring what sanctuary means is, you know, autonomy is sometimes making a choice outside of what humans want. Excuse me. It's making a choice, making a choice for what they're comfortable with. So many beautiful questions, so many beautiful comments. Thank you so much. I will say again, we've said it before, one of the amazing things, we've done many trips for, so many trips for, with elephants here in Argentina, in South America, many trips in the United States, and we have dozens and dozens and dozens of names of people who are following here, who have been following for years and supporting for years. It's just beautiful and amazing. That family is enormous. It is a global family promoting global change, and we're so excited for this. Somebody just said no apples for Kenya. Kenya has had apples just periodically. She ate apples on the last trip? Yeah. Trish just said yes. She had apples on the last stop. So it just depends. And this is also true to Kenya's form. Somebody asked earlier, how do you know that she's doing well? Because we know what is normal for her. If Kenya wasn't vocalizing, we would be concerned. If Kenya was only eating one type of food or another, we would be concerned. But with her being, you know, selective and different foods at different times, this is, again, quintessential Kenya. This is who she is. This is our girl, you know. So that gives us, again, a little bit more comfort knowing that she's doing well because she hasn't put up walls. She hasn't changed drastically. She is still, you know, Kenya through and through, and she's letting us see that. We have not crossed the border yet. We're still in Argentina heading that way. Not sure exactly when we're going to cross. We're working on it. I'm going to go down to the bottom again, find more recent comments and questions. Nacho, do you have anything to add in Spanish?
What?
Do you want to add anything in Spanish?
Lo que Scott les aclaraba recién un poco el tema de la comida, ella ayer eligió no comer manzanas, hoy hace un ratito comió manzanas pero no comió zanahorias, que es un poco lo que están proponiendo, y como era ella era muy selectiva a la hora de comer y eso nos da la tranquilidad de que está bien, al igual que los sonidos y las vocalizaciones que está haciendo, es algo habitual de ella, sería algo extraño si no pasase, entonces ellos están muy tranquilos, sobre todo los veterinarios. Acuérdense que está siempre monitoreada, además de estar por Scott, está Trish y está Johanna también, que son veterinarias que la pudieron acompañar en el último tiempo en el proceso. Entonces conocen esos pequeños comportamientos. También acá nos está acompañando personal del Ecoparque que hace mucho tiempo también convivió con ella. Entonces también está segura y acompañada por personas que son de su confianza. Y esos cambios de hábito nos darían la pauta de que pasara algo, pero por suerte va todo más que bien. Y estamos bastante tranquilos, ella está tranquila. Y todo el equipo humano como dispuesto a colaborar para lo que ella necesite. Así que vamos bien. Un poco retrasados tal vez, pero vamos bien.
Somebody just asked if she ever gets out of the crate during transfer. No, once they're in the crate, they stay in the crate till we get there. She could decide that in the middle of nowhere, Argentina, she does not want to go in the crate again. And because it is a lot of autonomous choice to go in and out of the crate, once we get on the road, we just stay on the road, and all elephants in these journeys do exceptionally well. This is a long trip, but it's a trip that elephants withstand with relative ease, and she's showing us right now she's doing really, really well. So we do have some emergency stops if something did come up. It can go, we could go to our emergency stop location and reorganize, but the probability of that being necessary is very, very slim. Let's see, how often do you stop to eat, drive? How often do we eat?
Cuando Kenia quiere que comamos, básicamente. Vamos frenando en todos los momentos que podemos para cuando ella necesita alguna limpieza o comida o para revisar algo, ahí aprovechamos, compramos comida, nos las cargamos en la van o en la traffic y ahí vamos comiendo. La prioridad es ella, si bien el equipo humano tiene que estar preparado y dormido y descansado y comido, los tiempos los maneja más ella que nosotros.
How often do we eat good food?
No muchas. La verdad que necesitamos comer comida elaborada en casa, pero bueno, serán dentro de un par de días.
Yeah, survival on these trips is every man for themselves, or every person for themselves. No, we have a good team trying to look after us, making sure everybody stops and eats a little bit. Here in Argentina, we have to make sure everyone has hot water for mate. I think mate is more imperative, more imperative than good food. But everyone's taking care of themselves. Everyone's looking after each other, so it's going okay. Tonight's going to be a little bit selective on the way up to the northern part of Argentina, but we can do it. As far as how often we stop, about every 3 hours right now. That depends on how she's doing. So with her doing as well as she is, we're stopping about every 3 hours, and that seems to be working well for her. At night, we stopped for about 6 hours last night, 7 hours last night. And tonight we'll see, maybe a little bit shorter tonight because of the delays, but all of that depends on how she's doing. If she wasn't doing well, we would just keep driving through the night, but with her doing well, it's actually really nice for all of us and her to be able to rest her body. Driving non-stop with an elephant is often done, but it's often not ideal either because they don't have a chance to rest their muscles. If you think about standing up in the back of a vehicle or standing up in any vehicle, balancing yourself, it is constant muscle use, to keep yourself balanced as a trailer, as a vehicle moves back and forth, so it's a lot to ask, and it's a lot to ask an elephant to not have stopping. So even though she's staying on her feet, the fact that she is stopping and resting is imperative for her. It's really important for them. No, she's not young. She's 44 years old, and she has been by herself for about 40 years. So it's going to be exciting to see her see a new elephant for the first time in 40 years. Alright guys, I think I'm going to let it go at that. You guys are amazing. So grateful. I see that, who did I just see jump on? Claire Sandberg. I see that Claire Sandberg is joining us. Hey Claire. Nice.
Are you live?
It's nice of you to join us here, Claire. So we, yeah. So Claire Sandberg just joined us live, and there is Claire Sandberg and Cassius. They are here documenting the trip. So that's entertaining, Claire. Thank you. So we actually are blaming the mechanical issues on Claire. Claire has been with us on 4 different trips, and on 3 out of 4 of those trips there have been mechanical issues. Nothing too major. We think it's for it's part of the drama she's trying to edit into the documentaries. But we're happy to have people joining from all over, including from the back seat. So thank you guys all very much for joining us. Yes, this is a sleepy, delusional 3 days on the road. It only gets better from here, so stay tuned for more fun and excitement from the road with Kenya's transfer from Ecoparque Mendoza to Elephant Sanctuary Brazil, the last elephant in Argentina, and soon to be joining us for a new life at Elephant Sanctuary Brazil. Lots of love, big hugs to everybody. You guys take care, have fun, be well, and we'll talk soon.